There's more to visuals than ray tracing, photorealism, and motion capture. There's also art direction and the overall concept behind the way a game looks. A game can have low-tech graphics and still be a winner if the art is great. All that said, games continue to push the boundaries of visual excellence. High-end video cards in the new console generation are making jaw-dropping images commonplace. The uncanny valley is becoming less deep. If you need proof, just look at our list of best-looking games. Neon Giant's cyberpunk action game The ASCENT was a tour de force of world building. Every frame is filled with detail, eye-catching lighting, and layers of visual information. In terms of art and graphics, it's one of the best sci-fi games of the past few years. An emotional roller coaster, It Takes Two does something brilliant with its art, making the real world a challenging puzzle to be solved by the game's divorcing couple. Visually, It Takes Two is charming and inventive. It focuses on expressive characters but manages to impress through attention to detail. Some folks would argue against Halo Infinite appearing on this list, but the team at 343 has built an impressive open world and some compelling interiors as well. While Halo Infinite isn't as focused on the faces of its characters, there are moments of effective acting and performance capture. Naysayers aside, Infinite is a great looking game. While Deathloop's acting, voice work, and music are stellar, its graphics and art design really sell the retro 1960s setting. Like the developers' Dishonored games, Deathloop isn't as much about the spit-shine graphics as the details of the world building. Its performance capture is excellent, but the stuck-in-time feel of its environments are most impressive. Not unlike the remaster of Demon's Souls, the Final Fantasy VII Remake took a beloved but aging game and made it palatable to new players. Like the best remakes, it made you think that in your mind the game always looked like that. The integrated version doubles down on the graphical enhancements, using the power of the PS5 and PC to make the game look even better and run smoother. As a hopeful PS5 system seller, there was a lot of pressure on Returnal to look amazing. By and large, it does. Although the environments are a bit limited, the game shifts through several very different landscapes. Its motion capture and lighting effects are definitely some of the best we've seen all year. It looks like a charming, animated film. Kena Bridge of Spirits is colorful, inviting, and inventive, all the more impressive coming from a relatively small team. Kena is proof that excellent art direction and beautiful visuals are not the exclusive domain of developers with budgets equal to those of small countries. If Kena is at the far end of the charming scale, Resident Evil Village is at the other extreme. It uses its graphics and detailed environments to set the scene for tension and terror. One is the obsessively detailed art direction, detail, and architecture. The other is the game's grotesque character design and performance capture. Resident Evil deserves to sit at the head of the good-looking table. There isn't just one thing that stands out about Forza Horizon 5 when it comes to visuals. There's the attention to the vehicles and all their curvy, reflective surfaces. Then there's the arresting Mexican environments. Finally, there are weather, time of day, and lighting effects. They all add up to one of the best-looking racing games ever made. Every damn thing about Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart screams polish. The platforming is calibrated perfectly. The story is engaging and the voice acting is superb. Finally, the graphics and art design elevate this game to the top of our list. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart looks less like a video game than a big-budget Hollywood film that somehow we get to interact with. Anyone who argues that graphics don't matter hasn't played Rift Apart.